Welcome to
Coding with Kids.
My name's Kalia.
My name is Andrew.
Today we're going to teach you Python.
So today we're going to learn about defining a function.
So my question is, when do we use a function?
So we use functions when we want to make our program shorter, neater, and to change things faster. So first we're going to do def say hello. So def is basically define. And we're defining our first function called say hello.
Hello.
And after this, we can program what the function does. So our function is going to print hello world. Then to try it out, we're going to do say hello. So let's save it and run it. So it printed hello world when we try to use the function. And that's exactly what we typed while defining a function. So now,
let's see what it will do if we did say hello before
defining the function. So now, let's do it. Save it and run it. So it did error. Say hello is not defined. So there will be a bug if you try to use a function before
it was defined.
Yeah,
so it's an error because you need to define it first, then you can use it.
Yeah. Next we're going to do def say hello name. So it's just like the last time, but now we have name, which is an input parameter. So an input parameter is just like a variable, and using input parameters, that is how we can change things faster with function. So we're going to print f string hello name. So that's what the say hello does. But how do we know what name is? So we can state what the input parameter is when we run it. So we're going to say hello Bob. So when we write Bob, that will be stating the input parameter name. So it will print hello Bob. So let's save it and run it. So it did hello Bob. So you can change the input parameter every time you run it. So now let's see what will happen if we use input parameter while defining the function, but don't state it while we are using the function. So save it and run it. So it did error. Say hello, missing one required positional argument, name. So if you use an input parameter while defining a function, you need to state it somewhere, right?
Or else there is an error.
Yeah, so if you don't state, you need to state it while you run it. Next we're going to do def say hello, but we're going to state the name input parameter equals world while we define it. So you don't need to state it there. So we're going to print that string hello name, which will print hello world. So now we can just run it without stating the input parameter or changing it, but you can still change it because we already stated it here. So if we do this, it will print hello world. Next we're going to do say hello Bob. So we can also still change the input parameter name. It's world right here, but when you run it, you can also change the input parameter. So here we're changing the input parameter name, which is world right now, into Bob. So it'll print hello Bob. So let's save it and run it. So it did hello world here because we already stated, so it will be hello world, and then the second time it will change it into Bob, which is hello Bob. So next we're going to do def say hello, and we have the name equals world input parameter again, and we have a second input parameter called greeting, which is none right now, which is basically nothing. So next we're going to put a if inside while defining a function. So if greeting equals none, which is true, I'm going to print f string hello world because name right now is world. If greeting was something else, it will print greeting then name.
But right now there's no greeting, so it will do if.
Yeah, it will print hello world. So first we're just going to run it usually. So just say hello, which will be hello world. Then we're going to say hello Bob. So we're going to change name which is world, into Bob. So it'll print hello Bob. Then I'm gonna say
after hello world.
yeah. Then we're gonna say hello again. Greeting equals howdy. So
it changed greeting from none to howdy.
Yeah. So it'll go to the else now, and it'll print greeting and name. So name is world now, so it's going to do howdy world. Then our fourth time and last time, we're going to print hello, Bob, and howdy. So name is Bob, and greeting is howdy. So it'll go to the else again, because greeting is not none. So it'll print howdy, Bob. So let's
Howdy,
save
Bob.
it and run it. So it did hello Bob, and there's hello world up there, and howdy world and howdy Bob. So next we're going to do print type none, because in the last program
we did none.
Yeah, which we just did. Greeting is none, so what type is none? So we're going to use the type function, which will tell us what type is none. So let's save it and run it.
It's
class none type,
because it's none, so it has to be none type.
Yeah, because none is basically nothing. So it's none type. That means no type.
Oh, no.
But that means like it's nothing, but it's still stated as an input parameter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was fun, and that's it for today.
Thank you for watching. Remember to smash the like button and subscribe. Bye bye.